Too, man. Shit rough around here, man. It's real rough. We both took I took a hard 4L.
Man,
You
and
know.
then we went against. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it right now.
Go ahead.
NFL MVP again.
Speak on it.
He's gonna do it again.
Mahomes.
Man, this
Boy,
guy
that boy.
is just no matter what. Like you go out and have an excellent first quarter. My Raiders did. It was Raiders versus the Chiefs, which y'all ain't following. But Raiders go out there, have a great first quarter against them. But then what do? We scored the first time, got 3 points. I said, that's not enough. We scored a touchdown, it's 10. That's not enough. And then I was like, on our next drive,
You said I had a high-powered offense.
they stopped us. The minute they stopped us, I was just like, oh, we done messed up. You got to keep that gas going on Patrick Mahomes because he's going to have that high hand one way or another. And it just happened second quarter. 4 TDs, second quarter. Like then we shut him down again.
Made it look easy, bro. Like, he made it look easy. I'm like, I don't know how this kid is dismantling defenses like this.
I don't know, but I heard Jalen Ramsey want to come out there to the Raiders. Let him come. We need some help. I don't want to see him again. Like we see Mahomes again. I want some more defense out there. I want somebody that can hang with these guys. And all that speed on Kansas City is ridiculous. Like I thought Tyreek Hill sitting his hell on the sideline, man. Who are these new guys popping up?
It's like they go into the Big 12 and the Pac-10 Pac-12 snatching up everybody, man.
No, it's not even as fair, man. It's not even as fair. But I'm excited. I was excited the next day.
Based on
when I looked at the scores and I was just like, man, I don't want to be the one that have to go up here and talk to you next week.
Oh yeah.
And then it was like, man, I was kind of pulling for the other team.
Oh damn. So yeah. Man, we was talking a lot of Hudrico. We was talking a lot of shit last week, but I don't apologize for it, but you got your win back, against.
Oh, we're gonna go to that one. I was talking about your game. I'm not apologizing for that. They cheated on that. Man, obviously Cam is hurt on that game.
Oh,
Cam is obviously hurt.
With your second team.
Something is wrong with this guy. This guy hasn't fully been healed again. If you watch the Panthers versus Buccaneers, you notice it from the last play of the game when they handed that ball on the 1 yard line and they handed off to McCaffrey.
But
McCaffrey is not the one for those type of ball
But it really isn't an excuse if
you let Cam run that in. If he's hurt, injured, y'all better let us know now. I'm tired of this nonsense. Y'all quit making Cam go out there look like a fool.
Hey man, but congratulations to Hudrico with his weak ass Bucks, man.
Nah, man, no congratulations. The only
I think I had 5 and 11.
They got Cam out here hurting.
But I think I had them at 5 and 11, so that's their one game.
The fact that he stumbled and still almost won that. If they had just actually let him run.
Yeah. But man, as for my Eagles, bro, man, the injury bug bit and it bit early. Like I didn't even Deshaun Jackson and Dallas Goedert, like they were all out in the first quarter. Alshon Jeffrey gone. Jason Peters got hurt, but he came back. No, he came back. Everybody.
No, Alshon.
No, he's not out for the season.
Oh, it was just that one game?
Yeah, it's just that.
But they released that right before the game, though.
Yeah. So, they couldn't go in warm-ups. And then, Carson had his usual slow start. And then, it kind of fell off from there. But yet, we were still in the game with all that said. And, it was a lot of things, man. Darby, bruh, I wanted to give Fitzpatrick, but the Steelers messed around and scooped him up. Definitely don't want Jalen Ramsey, but I guess it depends on the personnel as far as our defense. We play a lot of zone. They play a lot of zone in Jacksonville, and that's why he wants to get out of there. Mm-hmm. But maybe Jim Schwartz switches it up if he has capable corners to play man. Like you kind of have to have the personnel.
But that's what the Raiders had to do against those Kansas City. That's why it looks very opportunistic to come out to the Raider land.
Yeah, I mean, wherever. We need some DBs, but I would take a Jalen Ramsey in a heartbeat, and hopefully Jim Schwartz can figure it out. But I kind of, I'm a little weary. His character issues and all that, I think we'd be able to absolve that. But it wasn't a bad loss. Like there's losses to where you like, okay, they fought through it despite all of these different issues, and still had an opportunity to win. I'm not gonna talk about anything else as far as excuses, but shit happens, and we'll move on and beat the Lions next week at the Link. But,
so no, I got one more thing I want to talk about for week 2, and that's Steelers. Y'all gotta pull this together, man. Y'all making AB look like he was completely right on everything that he was saying about this team. Like y'all was.
you ain't gonna cut him no slack for losing that quarterback for the rest of the year.
But that's what he's been talking about. They put too much stock into the quarterback. They had put too much stock into the quarterback and wasn't treating everybody else with respect. Now you got a situation where that quarterback is gone, and you got these other players out here.
And your season pretty much a wrap. I don't think Mason Rudolph and the supporting cast, especially on offense, is gonna be able to get it done. But there's going to have to be a coaching miracle.
So it's another quarterback down. It was quite a few quarterbacks that went down this week.
Yeah. Damn. Who else?
You know who ain't down?
The Jets quarterback had mono, so he out for like 6 to 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Who else went down? Drew Brees.
Yep.
So he out for about 6 to 8, I believe, with the thumb. What is a thumb injury or something like that?
Yep.
So yeah, man, it's
You
a
know
lot
what
of
quarterback still out there?
who out there.
Cap. Somebody give him a call.
I don't think that's.
Hey,
gonna happen.
give him a call.
You know. Yeah, that's that. You know that ain't happening, bro. You know that ain't happening.
Hey, you're gonna hear the talks about it. I guarantee.
Yeah, somebody going. Every time a quarterback go down at this point, like I think it's safe to say it's a wrap. Cap not coming back to the NFL, y'all. Like y'all gotta know this black ball is gonna hold up, and it is what it is. Like either you support it and not support it, but either you don't support it, don't watch the NFL no more.
If you do come back,
whatever.
Cap, if you come back, man, day one, you tell them I'm not gonna kneel, I'm not gonna do it. You go out there and you kneel and you just walk out and you
just
like,
do it
got
anyway. Just do it anyway, just for spite. What are they gonna do? Cut you, blackball you again? It'd be in a whole heap of mess. Yeah. But yeah, man. So I gotta touch on. I promise I didn't want to do this. I'm gonna spend 2 seconds. Touch on the Cowboys and being 2-0.
Did they win?
They won.
Okay.
They won. That's
enough.
All right. Sure. What's another good game that's kind of speak on? Oh shit, I was wrong.
Man, this
I was
Cardinals.
wrong about
Everybody's talking about these Cardinals again, and they like Kyler Murray. Like I'm getting. Oh, he gets these garbage time yards and stuff like this. I'm not really seeing his growth that they're saying. I still think like he's a subpar quarterback in the league. He's a rookie quarterback. I mean, he's showing as a rookie, shall I say. Maybe he can grow, but I still say he's still.
I think people giving them some relief in terms of that O-line is terrible. Like that kid don't have no time. He's scrambling constantly. He's throwing on the run constantly. So I think they're taking that into account, and he's still making plays. You gotta think, man, with that team, you would expect them to look like a Dolphins or so. But I expected them to come out and look like the Dolphins this year. But they've been within once. They tied the first game and they lost within one score this game. Even though Lamar Jackson had a hell of a game statistically, but they still were there. So, I mean, was it a garbage time touchdown or something or a field goal? Yeah, but I mean, I think the potential is there. It's just, they just don't have a good team right now.
What's the games you looking for? We know my Raiders are gonna finally come back. They're gonna bounce back. They're gonna get this win over Minnesota.
Let's start with the early games, man. So with the early games, I think I'm looking forward to the most. I probably have to say the Ravens at the Chiefs would be my top pick. Thursday night game, of course, that's the only thing on TV. So I believe I have the Titans to win that. I don't think it'll be a blowout by no means because the Titans just don't blow people out.
Yeah, but I think.
But I think they're gonna get the dub.
I think Titans coming out of that.
They're gonna get the dub.
And
so
I think Jalen Ramsey gonna come out of that even louder about wanting to trade.
Yeah, especially if they take a loss. But if they get blown out, then the talks might get extremely louder. Next one, it's an old rivalry, but I think the Packers will take it. They're starting to prove me wrong, man. Starting off 2-0 against pretty good division teams. So I had them at 3 as far as in the division. They start off 2-0 in their division, and now they got the Broncos, who looked pretty formidable last week. So
What? The Broncos?
the Broncos played a tough game last week.
Against who?
Let's see. We can go back to the week 2. Broncos
did not play a
played.
tough game.
What you mean? They played the Bears and they lost
The
on
Bears
last
are
second.
trash too. We talked about that at the beginning of the season.
Oh my gosh, you back on this Khalil Mack shit?
I'm telling you, that London game is gonna be fire when the Raiders go out there and just rub these guys.
Oh my god, I almost want to get.
But let's stick with this week.
I almost want to get on this.
Are you tracking about the Giants?
Oh yeah, so they switch. They're starting Jones, man.
Who called that?
You called it. You called it. But this, I don't think you called it by after week 2 though.
Yes, I did. Look at your text. I said, there's no way Eli is starting next week. No way. If they're losing like this, like you just gotta pull the trigger, just like let our new talent go out there and get some.
Might as well. You might as well. So I was looking.
Let him get us some time in. We know we ain't gonna win too much out here, but if he get the win, build his confidence up. He already get used to the NFL level type games, and next year when we give him some more talent around him, he's good to go.
Yeah. So my brother sent me this, and he was like, "Did you know that Saquon Barkley is averaging more yards per rush than Eli averages per pass attempt?" For those stat geeks, Eli's pass attempts is 6.2 yards per attempt. Saquon's rush per attempt is 7.8. So I want to just leave that there through 2 games. So if you're wondering why Daniel Jones is starting, wonder no more.
So now on this game, this is gonna surprise you. I think they're gonna win.
You think
I'm taking the Giants.
You got the Giants this week? Oh yeah, hell yeah. Oh yeah, I got the Giants too. They going to Tampa and they they gonna
pull it off.
They gonna pull it off because you're not prepared for Daniel Jones.
Nope.
That's his name, Daniel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so unknown. I don't even know the man's first name. I guess that one. But yeah, man, I think they'll pull it off against the Bucks. They susceptible to take an L. They riding high off the Carolina win. But for real, man, the afternoon games, man, the one I'm looking forward to. Damn, I was gonna say the Saints at the Seahawks.
I'm looking forward to that Giants Buccaneers guy. I want to see what this Daniel Jones actually doing with the first offense team.
Yeah,
and actually see can he pull it off.
There's a whole, but they had some. I think Sterling Shepard and a few others might be hurt, if I'm not mistaken. Some of his wide receivers, but we'll see if he figures it out. The afternoon games, man. Probably the game I would be keying on would be. I'll go with the Steelers at the 49ers. I definitely want to see if these 49ers are for real. There's been a lot of talk about their defense, and shout out to my man Kenny, Marty, Tate, 49ers fans. All of a sudden, they back in the fold.
Oh, you watch football again?
They out in their gold and red, representing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna check the 49ers out.
That's good, man. We ain't seen them since Cap quit.
Yo, for real, man. They've been non-existent. The homie Tate gave up football altogether.
He took that knee.
He took that sabbatical for real. But yeah, so that's the afternoon game. Of course, the night game I'm highly interested in. Let's see what these Browns can do at home against a real squad coming to town in the Rams. And the Monday night game, not too happy about, but whatever. I'll watch that probably the next day because I'm not staying up at 2 in the morning Germany time to watch the Bears at the Redskins.
No, I don't care. Both of them, I see Redskins coming out of that though.
So yeah, man, that's week 2 and 3. We were gonna make some picks, but we can make picks, man. Let's make it quick though.
Okay.
Titans at Jags.
I got Titans.
Titans. Bengals at Bills.
Ooh, Bengals.
Bills. I got the Bills. They're 2-0, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Lions at Eagles. Lions at Eagles.
Eagles.
I got the Eagles as well. Jets at Pats.
Pats.
Raiders at Raiders. I got the Vikings, man. Y'all not going to Minnesota and getting no win, bro.
We going 15-1.
Gotcha.
All right.
Ravens at Chiefs.
Ooh, Chiefs.
We got Falcons at Colts.
Falcons.
Colts. Broncos at Packers.
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 Cowboys.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys.
I don't know who they playing.
Yeah.
They playing this.
They playing on. Yeah, they
PG
playing.
team.
They playing. What Shannon called them the number one team in the NCAA. No, but truth be told, man, I got the Bucks, the Giants in the Bucks game.
I got Giants.
All right, Panthers at Cardinals.
I think Panthers finally pull this one off.
They get a win finally.
49ers.
Steelers at 49ers.
I think Steelers are gonna actually come out. Their offense gonna start to show now that they got somebody who can actually throw the ball and they ain't worried about an elbow. No, seriously, I mean, like if his elbow was bothering, that explains.
Oh, so he already knew that he had.
Yeah, so if that's bothering, that explains a lot. So I expect to see a stronger offense, but I think 49ers, they got too much talent on that team, so I see them pulling it off.
Cool. I got the 49ers as well. Saints at Seahawks. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks, man.
I'm gonna go with the Saints.
You got belief in Teddy?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's like you got too much talent to fail. Like, hey, this is New Orleans Saints that we talking about. They got receiver after receiver after receiver. You know what I mean? They're built up that way. And then you got Kamara running out.
Let's see.
All you have to do is manage the game.